To tonight's original now with in-depth reporting on a topic we've been watching. And tonight it's the cybersecurity attacks that seem to be everywhere. Just this morning, the governor in Alabama confirming a cybersecurity event Friday that disrupted some websites in the state. Email, phone communication. They're still trying to figure out what caused the attack. The state says it thinks no identifiable information was compromised. But all of it highlighting how common and how crippling these kinds of things can be. Right as the president is pushing for changes in how the government responds to them. NBC's Yasmin Vasugian went one-on-one with a former CIA hacker on what to watch for and where this goes.
Cybersecurity attacks are rising, affecting healthcare agencies.
One of the nation's largest healthcare providers is under siege.
Local communities.
Some services for the city were impacted after a cybersecurity breach today.
And even schools.
This is in the classroom, school cyber attack.
Just weeks ago, in Massachusetts, Fall River schools hit with a ransomware attack. Mayor Paul Coogan of Fall River spoke with our affiliate, WJAR.
I believe they got into an old website and were able to access information that might have been a little bit dated, but is still valuable to the district.
The mayor also saying the data breach included names, addresses, and even social security numbers, a threat we all face in an age of increasing cyber attacks.
I don't know if you're seeing the text spam about the toll being unpaid.
Yes, I've gotten that multiple times.
If you're getting it multiple times and the frequency is so high, there's one reason: it's working.
I'm sure you've gotten it too. It says you've got an outstanding toll and asks you to exit out of the text message and paste a link into your browser. That's when they get access to your information, says Eric Cole, a cybersecurity expert and former CIA hacker.
They're not going to go in and basically steal your identity that's too visible. What they're going to do is over the next 6 or 7 months is they're going to take $5 or $10 from your account and showing it as interest.
And they hope you won't notice. Not many of us pore over our credit card statements with a fine-tooth comb, and it all comes as the president moves to decentralize cybersecurity with an executive action, seeking to shift more responsibility to the states to achieve efficiency.
Because you're basically saying, we don't want to handle it at a federal level. We want to push it down to a state level, but then we're going to pull back funding so you actually have less money and less resources to put against it.
We reached out to the White House about the critique, and an NSC spokesperson responded, saying in part this: the American people deserve decisive and unambiguous action during crisis, not red tape or prolonged disruptions to their way of life, adding, we will institute common sense approaches. The healthcare industry has consistently faced the most data breaches, with 2023 and 2024 being the worst years yet, according to an analysis from the HIPAA Journal. Couple that with the nonprofit Center for Internet Security saying only about half of states in a nationwide cybersecurity review met recommended security levels.
These attackers are not rogue entities. They do marketing. They do competitive research, they do analysis. So these attacks are not just random targets anymore.
And if you aren't the target, you can get swept up in it.
So how do we protect ourselves? According to Eric Cole, our cybersecurity expert and former CIA hacker, he says there's 4 primary ways to protect ourselves. One is two-factor authentication. So when you're logging into your bank accounts and or your credit card accounts, you have two-factor authentication to make sure you have the utmost security. Number 2 is having your notifications turned on. So every time you're spending on your credit card or your bank accounts, you're making sure you're getting a ping on your phone saying, hey, this is what you just spent. So if something suspicious comes through, you can identify it immediately. Number 3 is purchasing a security application for your device. And then number 4 is minimizing apps, something I didn't know, by the way, which is the more apps you have on your phone, for instance, the more vulnerable you are. So just a lot of things to consider here when thinking about how to protect ourselves and our devices in an age of cyber attacks.
Our thanks to Yasmin Vasugian for that. That does it for us for this hour. Thank you, as always, for watching. We've got more coverage picking up right now.